Hey guys, welcome back to Girls Frontline 2. In today's video, we're going to be going through the dispatch mode and the dormitory. The key things in these ones, we're going to kick it off with the dispatch room specifically because if you played other games, normally dispatch mode is just something you auto-dispatch. It's not the biggest deal. This one is a very important feature in this game, so you definitely want to stay on top of this and do it somewhat efficiently. There's also some things that you could miss that net you some extra rewards that you really want to pay attention to. So the first thing is when you go into dispatch, you can dispatch your characters. Now, I'm not going to cancel the dispatch because I'm already, 4 hours in or whatever it is. But essentially, each character is going to have a different personality. Each dispatch mode will have a recommended personality. You want to match that. Now, before you dispatch, right where my mouse is, there will be an auto dispatch button. All you need to do is go in and auto dispatch. You should be pretty fine. Now, before you can dispatch a character, you do have to get their assessment complete. You can see Tololo's the only one I haven't done, which I don't need to yet because I don't have anywhere to dispatch her. But as soon as I do, I'll do this in a minute. All I've got to do is get her to level 15. That's really easy and cheap. Give her a gift. That's really easy. And then also this final one, which is clear any stage with her. Like all these I could do in the matter of about 3 minutes if I wanted to right now. So that's all you've got to do. A lot of characters, very fine. Once again, you definitely want to be leveling them to level 15 to achieve this goal because you want all of your characters available for dispatch. Now, the reason I still want to get more available for dispatch because once I get my dispatch room to level 6, I will unlock more dispatch, which will get me more rewards. Now, why are you doing these dispatches? Because you get really good rewards from them. These chests, these go into your inbox, into your storeroom. So make sure you go to your storeroom whenever you need any of these ones and you pick them up. I sort of just keep them there. And then once I hit a point where, say, I need combat report to level up a character, I'll go ahead and pick up them. That's the sort of way I do it. I just conserve them until I need something. Then I will go ahead and exchange them. And that's the play. Now, the other thing we do get is dispatch records. Now, dispatch records are applicable to the dispatch shop. Now, my personal priority, I went for the summon because I'm degenerate and I want to get things from summons. But the thing after the one summon ticket you want to buy is going to be all of the gifts. Now, the reason you want to be doing that is because to upgrade this thing, which we'll look at in a minute, but to upgrade the dispatch room, you basically need to raise your affinity with your characters. So you need more gifts. So gifts are like the most important thing. Like I said, I still go for the summon. I think in the first week or two, you could probably ignore the summon and just go for all the gifts you can. But, summons are a thing. And so, I can't help it. It's a thing. So you feel free to go for the summon, but then the gifts after that, don't worry about the rest of the stuff, especially for the early phase of the dispatch mode. Now, how do you level up your dispatch mode? You level up your dispatch mode over here. So if my head's actually in the way a little bit, let me just find over here and go ahead and hide my head. So you can see over here that I've got 51 out of 6. I only need 6 of these bad boys, but I've got 51, which I'm cooking in these. I've got plenty. The big limit break for me is having 150 points here. Now, let me just get my face back for a sec. Boom. So how do you get those points? You get those points. You can see my vet player's got 10. Basically, everyone is on 10 except Tololo, who's on 0. Now, to do this, you got to raise your affinity with the characters by giving them gifts. As you can see, I'm on affinity level 2, which gives me 10. If I got to affinity level 3, it would give me 20. Now, I'm going to jump over into the dorm to show you guys this one, but it just lucks out that I've got 15 characters, which getting them all to level 2 gives me the 150. If you got less characters, you will have to get some characters to level 3, but let's just jump quickly over into the dormitory to check this out. So the dormitory, if we go over here into my duel list, you can see Tololo is the only one left that I need to do to level 2. Now, the thing with this is if I go to give her a gift, it costs 840 to get her from level 1 to level 2. You can see I'm just short because I've only got 500 experience, so I'm very close to that. So it takes 840 to get to level 2, whereas if we try and get a character to level 3, it is now costing $19.60. So it's a bit more expensive. It's a lot more expensive to go from 2 to 3, but you do get you get 20 points for leveling up your dispatch room as opposed to the 10 points, but it's still a bit more expensive. And that's why I go ahead and do them all up to level 2 first. And if we go to Tololo, the other thing that this gives, which I showed you guys in another video, is getting your affinity up to level level 2 also gives you some extra stamina, which is nice if you're trying to farm things. Past that, you do get different rewards with different characters as well moving forward, but I'm not going to dwell too much on that, because basically the one thing I want to say is get all your characters to level 2 first, and then work on getting them to level 3 to upgrade your facility. Past that, you can start looking to get the specific characters you like all the way up to level 5, because you do get nice rewards at level 5. For instance, if we take a look at level 5, which is like the main breakpoint, we are going to go ahead and unlock an extra common key, which the common keys are really nice. We also do at level 5, if we go over here, the Covenant. Once you reach level 5, boom, boom, boom. There we go. You can use and hold the ring. You can make the Covenant, which is going to give you the attribute enhancement on the character, which is 5% on their base stat. So 5's like that level, but once again, early game, don't stress about that. Work on leveling up your dispatch mode, because that's the most important thing. So if we go back over into the dispatch room, you'll notice that behind my head, we have these different missions that you can complete. I've completed them all this week, and that's just basically, I've got 5 dispatches here. I dispatch them all. I claim their rewards. I dispatch again. Once that's complete, I'm up to 10, then 15. Then I got to go 2 more times to get to 25. But these are going to give you, obviously, these materials, which you need to upgrade your dispatch room, and then also these coins. Now, these coins are used over in here in the mystery box. That button was behind my head that I clicked. And you can use them in the raffle. You can see I've used 5 coins this week for the raffle. Now, the raffle is where you're going to go ahead and pick up your free copy of Peridia. Now, this is low as hell drop rates. They don't actually even tell you the drop rates. It says each mystery box has a chance of containing a standard or elite item. However, because of its uncontrollable nature, it's impossible to predict the likelihood of obtaining a single item. I always thought in gacha games they had to give you rates on everything, but I guess it's only things that you spend money on. Technically, I don't know. But unfortunately, we don't know the rates. I just know in the beta, I dumped all my resources to try and get this, and I never got it. So it is incredibly low drop rate, but just over time, keep collecting them and you will eventually get it. Now, the other thing you can do to get more is resource conversion. Please do not do this. These resources, especially in the early game, are too important. If we look at this, I got 28,000 experience. That would get me 1 conversion, because it's 20,000 to 1. 20,000 experience is roughly what it takes to get a character from level 1 to level 30. So, and then when we start looking at higher levels, you're looking at even more. So do not waste this experience on 1 coin. It is disgusting. Do not do it with any of these. These resources are too scarce. Maybe in the end game, if you're a giga whale, you can think about it. But for free to play, especially anyone in the early game, please do not do this. It is such a bad trade-off. The other thing we have here is our resource production. Over here, you can select one of these resources and it will just generate it over time. It's a really nice effect, really handy. Get some extra gold. Now, I choose gold because these two are both infinitely farmable. So you can get those from there, and gold is not. You've got limited attempts on the gold stage, and the gold stage drops are actually pretty low, and I'm not even doing it at the moment with my stamina. So that is why I am putting gold in here, but at the end of the day, it's not the biggest issue. The one other thing I want to mention over here is that we do have this. This is fantastic, not in the early game, but in the later game, it gets good. So current output, intelligence puzzle overflow conversion rate 35%. So your intelligence puzzle is your stamina. So if you cap your stamina and you're on 180 of 180, then if you get to like just the 35% thing, let's say you overcap for like you would have generated an extra 100 stamina, this thing will hold 35 of it. So it converts it at a 35% rate. So you still don't want to overcap. However, the cool thing is if we go over to level, say 10, I think it is where it converts. No, it might be higher. 10, 11, 12. Okay. So once you get your dispatch room to level 12, this gives you a 100% conversion rate and a storage of 80, which essentially means you go up to 260 on your storage limit for stamina, because you can store 180 here and then you can store an extra 80 here. But once again, once you get to level 12, that is being stored at a 100% conversion rate, meaning there is no loss for it. So that's a great thing over the long run. Make sure you come back here if you have, AFK'd for too long, you can go ahead and you can pick up stamina. It also pops up when you click this. It's this one over here. That's where you can go ahead and collect it from if you're just in the world doing stuff. So that is that one. Now, like I said, this is something very important that you do want to push. I really want to go ahead and get to level 6 so I can unlock these ones. You can see then it goes up to level 11, and obviously you're going to need more characters along the way to go ahead and do these. It's 2 characters per run. You can see that's going to cost us 10 characters. Once I hit level 6, I'm going to need 14 characters. Like I mentioned, I have 15 at the moment. I'm not actually even missing too many characters. The way you can check that is if you want a quick TLDR on characters you're missing, you just come over here. So you can see I'm missing Sabrina, Mosen, and Ulrid, but eventually eventually, you know, I'll pick these two up. Ulred, I think I'm just going to skip at the moment. I really did want her. She's a cool character, but unfortunately, I'm just running a little bit short on the resources at the moment. So that is the main things to do with the dispatch room. Once again, you want to stay on top of it. Just note that these are a 20-hour cooldown, so it's not going to be the same time every day. And so maybe even if you're a real hardcore person, setting an alarm when it happens so you can go ahead and do it. It does also, you can also check it pretty easily because you'll have the red dot over here on the public area. You can see we've got the red dot in the refining room. It will have a red dot when those are ready to claim. If you're just browsing around, you look at it, you go, oh, dude, red dot, and then we can come over here, and then you can go ahead and collect those. So that pretty much covers everything to do with the dispatch room. Once again, over in the dormitory, I think we've pretty much covered it, but just to recap over here, I definitely recommend going ahead and getting all your dolls to level 2 first. Just know there is one situation, say you need that 150 experience and you've only got 14 dolls. Instead of taking your 14th one to level 2, I'd take one of them to level 3 to get the extra 20, go from 130 to 150. Just saves you a bit of time in leveling up your dispatch room. But besides that, getting them all to level 2 is really nice. Gives you them extra stamina, which allows you to grind a bit more as well if you want to do that and stockpile it, and just it's the more efficient way of getting your room built. But then after that, you can go into whatever character you like and focus on them, and that is pretty much it to do with that one. Once again, when we go back over into the dispatch room to recap that as well, if we look at what we actually get, you can check what you actually get for those different upgrades. So as you can see, level 3 is going to give us 20, level 4 is going to give us 30, level 5 is going to give us 40, and then past that, we do get diminishing returns, which aren't as massive for it. So that is what you're going to want to focus on, leveling up this room, because the main level you do want to get to is going to be level 12. Level 11 is going to unlock all 3 of these ones. But once again, level 12 is that really nice one for quality of life, because by the time you get to level 12, you're probably, you know, playing the game a bit more AFK. You've probably got other things going on. It's not the honeymoon phase anymore, but getting it to that level 12 is going to be fantastic to go ahead and allow us to get that 100% conversion rate and an extra 80. I don't think the cap goes up any more past 80. It does go up to 100 eventually. And does it go any further? Dude, I don't even know how high this thing goes. No, it goes up to 100 cap. But once again, level 12 is that key breakpoint so that you can maximize your efficiency on them. And just once more time for those playing at home, please do not do this conversion. It's just not worth it, especially in the early game, especially free to play. This is a whale thing, and I don't even know if whales would want to do it because I'm not a whale and I don't know what kind of resources they're sitting on. But anyway, guys, that is going to do it. That is everything to do with the dispatch room and the dormitory and affinities. Let me know any other questions you guys want me to answer. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Cheers.